Hello and welcome to the Mad Leprechaun. My name is Mert Walsh. Today I am in Warwickshire visiting my friend Matt and his wonderful collection of motorcycles. If that's something that interests you, please do stick around and stay tuned until after the intro. Right.
Why did you want this, Mert?
Why did I? Because many years ago, my dad helped me buy one of these in a box.
Oh, really?
And literally the whole engine was in a box, and it looked really tatty. So this effectively was my first ever motorbike. And
this one?
Not this one.
Oh.
No, because
that would have been cool.
Because there is history.
That would have
to
been
this.
cool if you checked the reg.
Because there is history to this bike as well, which is a lot more interesting than me as my first ever bike. But can you imagine? Because I've been 6'5" for a very long time, and I'm going to sit on the bike. Oh my God!
It's like almost made for you.
Isn't that just unbelievable? That's just mental. Yeah, I used to go everywhere in one of these. Anyway, there was a person a lot more interesting than me on this bike.
There was at one stage of its life.
So there's a story to do with this, isn't there?
There is. It's interesting. I know the whole history of this bike from 1966.
So it was built in. It's from 1966.
It's 1966. This is. It's a Honda S90.
It's actually older than me.
As denoted by the little S90 on the original Honda badges on the side, which are kind of unusual nowadays. Not quite as old as me, being I was made in 1961.
Right.
That's a lie. I was made in 1963.
Right.
That makes me 61. So yeah, I know the whole history of this bike. It was bought out of a very famous shop in Liverpool called B Cycles, when they used to sell bicycles back in the year dot, and then it was B Motorcycles, and it was bought by a gentleman who was a teacher. Well, I don't think he wasn't a teacher at the time he bought this, actually. So he bought it and hardly ever rode it.
Right.
But his sister rode it.
Right.
Okay, she rode it all the time. But then as they got older, he married and he moved down south,
right,
to the Midlands, and that was the last time she saw the bike. A few years ago, the gentleman who owned this passed away. So all that time, right up to, I can't remember the year, he passed away. Unfortunately, it's not that many years ago. He'd owned this bike. She hadn't seen it. She went to his house to do a house clearance after he passed away, because you know, got no his wife had passed away a few years before. Pulled the car out of the garage, and there's a sheet over something at the back of the garage. She lifted it up, and lo and behold, there's the bike.
There it is. Wow.
With 8,579 miles on it, from new.
From new.
Which was the last mileage she put on it. But I mean, to be fair,
so she was the last person to ride it?
She was the last person to ride it.
Oh wow.
So she was the last person to ride it, and then he took it away and shoved it in the garage and never rode it. So it wasn't in the best condition when she found it.
Right.
So she had a gentleman do a bit of restoration on it.
Recommission it. Yep.
And then she didn't know what to do with it, so she sold it.
Right.
So I have a letter that documents all this stuff, by the way, but the letter wasn't written to me. It was written to its previous owner, and she wrote a letter to the next gentleman that bought this. A guy called James May.
The James May.
The scruffy, long-haired, wine drinking, cheese eating
TV presenter.
TV presenter, yeah. But you know, he makes me laugh. So he had it, and my understanding is that whether he rode it or not, who knows? And to be honest, you know, who cares? But my understanding is it. From James May's ownership, it spent or under his ownership, it spent its time in the David Silver Museum. Yeah, that's my understanding. Yeah.
David would kill you for that. It's a collection, not a museum. Because I've done a video.
My understanding is that this bike, under James May's ownership, spent its time in the David Silver collection. And here it is now. So
it's beautiful. It really is lovely. And I have to say, a bit of a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it's had work done it. I have to be straight up. This didn't come to me from James May. This came to me via somebody else,
Right.
who was a professional sprayer. So he's painted all the frame and everything.
Right.
And to be honest with you, if he hadn't retired, I'd be sending stuff to him. But he's
Right.
retired, and so he doesn't do it anymore. But he's done such a wonderful job of painting it. But other than that, I think all he really did was paint it.
Right.
So I think the previous restoration was like to restore the tank, because I imagine it was all rusty inside, etc., etc. But brilliantly, along with this, I have on the key here, this is the original tag
I have to say
from the shop in
that is
1966
amazing,
that says S90 on it.
Yeah.
I also have the original brown handwritten logbook
Yeah.
that dates 1971, I think it says on it, as the last time it was taxed.
Wow. Wow.
So, yeah.
It's fabulous. I love it.
Should we start it?
Oh, go on then.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, go on then.
Is it going to start?
It's going to start. And how many kicks?
There we go. So, let's see what we shall see. And we have a green light for neutral. And we have this wonderful choke here to pull it up. How many kicks?
3. First go.
Yeah.
How brilliant.
This is a full kill switch. No, there isn't one. A full 8 brake horsepower.
Wow.
Or it was when it was new.
Right.
Who knows what it is now?
Yeah.
There are rice puddings with their skin still on
Right.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
Fair not.
and what do you reckon, Mert? Do you reckon we should do some riding?
Yeah, I think we should.
Do you want to ride Honda?
Yeah, I would think we should ride a Honda.
Okay. Well, you ride the Honda.
Okay. I'll ride the Honda, and you're going to ride the Marini.
I'm going to ride the Marini.
Okay.
To start with, anyway.
Cool.
Which
Brilliant.
Honda do you want to ride, Mert? What are you going to do?
Can I-
I'll push this one up here, and let's have a look what you're going to ride.
Yeah, okay. Shall I push the other one?
Yeah,
in the
go
shop?
on then.
I'll go and get it.
Yeah, go and get it.
Yeah.
Go and grab your
Right,
steed.
one moment. Now, there is a reason why I've specifically asked to ride, and I hope that's in shot, I can't see because I can't see the cameras, this bike.
Perfect. Go for it.
Is that good?
Yep.
This is a CBX1000, and it's gorgeous, and it has a very, very special place in my heart, because for years my brother had a bunch of keys with a keyring of one of these, and I've never got a chance to ride one. My brother certainly didn't, and Matt has very kindly, allowed me to ride this one. So thanks, Matt.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so we've obviously just ridden them down to here, and we're just waiting for the cars to kind of go. Matt is on the 3.5, the Motor Marini, and I am on the CBX1000. And I'm surprised, really, just how tightly packed up my my legs are, and how much of a reach forward it is to the bars. It was ever so smooth. You expect it to be quite a savage, but it's not. It's very, very smooth, and actually it steers beautifully as well. I must ask him how many gears on it. I'm literally just going up through the box until I feel like there is no more gears. I think it's 5. It's lovely, really lovely. Now, it's quite special being able to ride this today, and I'm really, really pleased that as it's the bike that it is, that I'm able to ride it in memory of my brother, and it is a beautiful ride. There is standard exhaust on this Honda, but trundling along there at 50-60 miles per hour. You can't even hear the engine. And it does track round the corner really nicely. On slow bends, I found the front end a tad heavy, but what a bike! Beautiful. I just transition between those little bends. Yeah, we're not trying to go too mad. There's no wallow in the frame or the suspension round thing. You kind of half expect, because it's because it's an elderly classic bike, you kind of half expect it to be a bit wallowy and a bit saggy, but anything but. Wow, this old girl can hustle. For something that feels so sedate and smooth, and all of a sudden you start to wander on, and it's just like, wow, there's just, and I wonder how much of the well I actually tapped. Probably not a lot. I'm not really sure how much what the top speed on these were, but yeah, fabulous. The Honda CBX1000 was launched in 1978. It was a groundbreaking motorcycle that was the fastest and most powerful road bike in the world at the time of its release. The CBX1000 was the first production motorcycle to exceed 130 miles per hour. In testing, it achieved a quarter mile in 11.64 seconds with a terminal speed of 117 miles per hour. The engine is a 6-cylinder transverse mounted air-cooled double overhead cam, 4 valve per cylinder and 1047cc. 85 brake horsepower at 9,000 RPM. 71 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 RPM, 5-speed gearbox, final drive was by chain, 20-litre fuel tank, the wet weight was 272 kilograms and top speed of 136 miles per hour. I thought I would give you my final thoughts on the bikes that Matt and I have been riding today. And before I give you my final thoughts, I thought I would say thanks ever so much to the guy that's behind the camera. It's been an absolute pleasure visiting him and riding his beautiful bikes. So the Moto Morini was the last bike I rode, and Matt is 100% right. The foot pegs are in the wrong place. I got used to the gear change on my right leg. The brakes are actually surprisingly good. It handles very smoothly and the engine is delicious. It's gorgeous, albeit it's not built for the likes of me. The CBX, that definitely pulled at my heartstrings. I'm gonna wait until the car goes past. Yeah, you can ride it quite sedately, but then you can wind it up, and when you do wind it up, my God, it flies. Yeah, as I said when we were riding along, it's like the bike was made for people with short legs and long arms. It's quite a stretch, and your feet are quite a way up. But the engine's awesome. and it handles. The brakes, you need an appointment. But that's it. They're classic bikes, and they are what they are. If you have liked this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you haven't liked this video for any particular reason whatsoever, please feel free to leave a thumbs down. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below, and hopefully, all being well, I shall see you in another one. Until next time, people, take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Right, I thought I would give you my final thoughts on the bikes that Matt and I have got a spider on my cap. Hang on. That's gone in the outtakes.